What's going on, people? It's your man, the White Bee. Once again, big shout out to my doggy 31BT for coming through with a 5 large. Bosh, respect general. Okay then. The fall of Anthony Yarde must be studied. I'm even going to hold you, man. He was never really on like that. He hit a few licks, though. He did hit a few coups. Apparently he's worth a few mil. I was hearing someone speak, someone who knows him. I forgot who it was. It might have been Spencer Fearon, but he said he's a multi-millionaire. I think, fucking hell. Basically, all he's done is, let's call a spade here. Yeah. Every single man watching this podcast could get knocked out by Benavidez. Okay, he had some success in Kovalev, but if you looked at the actual box rec, when it's all said and done, I could get in there. And Beterbiev would have a go on me. I could get in there. And Kovalev, washed up, moody Russian moonshine sipping, Kovalev would have a go on me. When it's all, whether it's round 1 or 2 or 12, who cares? It's TKO or KO, right? But Benavidez would have a go on me, right? So really, he had 2 life and deaths with Lyndon Arthur, man. Lyndon Arthur's solid British level, but that is what he is. 2 life and deaths. Life and death. That third fight was a life and death, man. It was a nail biter. Touch and go. Ooh, you know. I was sitting there thinking, I don't know who's got this one here, man, to tell the truth, man. It could have gone either way. 50-50. 50-50 it was. So for a man to make millions, that's maybe part of the issue. I never liked, no one's saying you shouldn't get paid. Yeah, but I think sport, even in other sports, the money is just too mad. Not that I'm pocket watching, right? I'm happy with this shit little life I've got, but still, it's not, I just don't think it's helping no one. You've made it before you've made it, right? That's what you've done. You ain't really done nothing. How you got millions? For what? Losing a bunch of fights? And really the performances, forget Kovalev, inexperience. Kovalev was finished. And, I mean, Andre Ward removed. He had a double liver and kidney transplant. And I think maybe a testicle or 2 as well in the Andre Ward fight. That's what Andre Ward did to him, Kovalev. And come on, man, Kovalev, he been sipping that Russian hooch, man. That's what he been doing. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me. Come on here telling me about what he ain't been doing. He been sipping the Russian moonshine, so don't play. That's what he documented, man. His trainer came out and saying, I can't train Kovalev no more. He's sipping too much, day and night. That's the Kovalev that Yarde fought. And then little old carrot top Canella, he came up from 147 and he did get boxed half to death. He was losing that fight, not half to death though. Kovalev looked like he see a ghost. But come on, carrot top, lazy carrot top, knocked him for 6. That's the truth. Knocked him for 6. That's what Carrot Top did. Canella. He knocked him for 6. For damn sure. And we all saw it. So, but anyway, forget about Kovalev. We'll let you off there. You then, after losing to Kovalev, you fight pure bums. You had one moody Lyndon Arthur life and death. And then you did improper harm the second time. And rather than learn from that, he keeps banging on about this boxing. Oh, I'm good at boxing. AJ was the same though. I don't understand this. I really don't get it. Being powerful, that's what people want, honestly. It's the Floyd Mayweather homosexualism of boxing. Everyone wants to be a faffer now, don't they? And listen, fair play. In recent years, I've gained respect for boxers, to be fair, outboxers as such. It is an art to it. And if you can do it well, more power to you. As long as you're not clinging on and hugging, I don't mind so much. If you're just a pure boxer, then fair play, whatever. I'm not as butthurt as I used to be. That said, when you're not, AJ Yarde, very similar really. I think Yarde's got slightly better IQ. But for what it's worth, the moody shoulder roll don't work, bro. It's not landing for you like that. Right? You might as well just be leaky because you think you're doing... You're not. Literally... Every jab Benavidez threw, you just pop your head back. It's like, you're not even... And Yard's never had a good... His shoulder roll's never been down pat. Unless he's fighting a man who got the Saturday off work. Yeah? He's got off the plane from Bulgaria. and he's turned up on 12 hours notice, and he's got work on Monday. Apart from them, man, listen, the truth is, Anthony Yarde looks good with his moody shoulder roll when he's fighting someone. That's how you define this. I don't think bum's fair. I don't think plumber's fair. I think how we define the men Anthony Yarde looks good against. Just any man who has work on Monday, Yarde looks good against. In fact, because every single one of them man had work on Monday. They ain't boxing like that. They seriously, even that cat. What's the one Shakur Stevenson was fighting? Josh Padley. I mean, I think he's above that level, right? And he had a full-time job. So forget about it. Yarde, you've only ever looked good against cats who are working Monday to probably Saturday these times. You can't really afford nothing working Monday to Friday. A certain man are working Saturday and Sunday. I know that for a fact, documented, man. They working Monday to Sunday. Sun up to sundown, that's what they do. Is that really a flex though? Should you be paid millions for that? I beat a bunch of men who got a full-time job and they do a little bit of boxing on the side. What, you want a cookie? What we do? Oh yeah, but let me move on right now. I'll play the video in a second, but I saw the comments. The comments are mad. You've got Ade jumping in. Yeah? Getting his lick game on. He said, brother, this is to Yarde. Brother, you've achieved and then some in this sport. You've made money. That's what I don't think. You beat a bunch of men who are working another job, bro. Because the one guy you fought who wasn't working another job, and even, I don't know if Lyndon might have been working in that first fight, but I think they probably assume not. But I mean, he could have been. Who'd be shocked to know Lyndon Arthur before the first Yarde fight had another job? I wouldn't be. So even then, Lyndon Arthur's borderline at that point. He might have been nicking a living, 50, 100 grand a year, maybe. He might have been winging it. Let's have a look who Lyndon Arthur, we can estimate. Because we know Dave Allen got 20 bags to get filled in and done serious harm against Luis Ortiz. So really, you'd need two of them to be... And then, even then, though, 20 grand comes in. Eggy wants his drink. That puts you down to 16. Your manager wants his drink. That puts you down to 14. Taxes, and you're looking at 30 grand a year if you have two fights at 20 grand a piece. So let's see if I don't. That's Dave Allen versus what's his name, Luis Ortiz. Now, was Eggy taking the piss out of Dave? Probably was, to tell the truth. That's redonkulous. But let's see who this cat had fought. So he fights Anthony Yarde in 2020. Before that, we've got Dex Spellman. Never heard of him. A day in your life. Emmanuel Anim. Never heard of him. A day in your life. And those fights were about 10 months apart. 6 months before that, Anzeki Sorda. Listen, people. A year before, check this one right here. A year before Lyndon Arthur fought Anthony Yarde, he was having a 6-rounder. Fact. Documented. Yeah? A year before he was having a 6-rounder with a man who was 10-9. That's what Lyndon Arthur was doing a year before he fought Yarde. Okay? Facts. He was having 8-rounders almost back to back. 6 to 8 round fighter. How much do you think Lyndon Arthur's getting? And it's not like he was an exciting fight. He was a prospect. He looks like he's only had 14 fights at that point. So how much do you think he was making? Oops. Yeah? There's not one name on here. There's no like Dave Allen and Luis Ortiz, which is 20 grand. There's not even close to that on Lyndon Arthur's resume. Yarde was his first big fight. Fact. He's having 6 and 8 rounders before that in the build-up. Oops. That means Lyndon Arthur really... I mean, he might have been. I don't know. He might have been on the sick. Yeah, you don't know what people are doing. He might have been hitting some coups on the street. He might have been on the pip. He might have been on the sick. You don't know what he was doing. The fact is, you can't say that Lyndon was making... It's not like he was an exciting fighter knocking everyone out like Atalma. Atalma's making good bread because Frank Warren sees something. Oh, I see something. Is different. Atalma's been on. Lyndon, his style's never been that exciting. It took that Yarde fight to put him on the map. What I'm saying is, you had a life and death with a man. You lost the first fight. Is my point. Yeah? You lost that fight. So how are you worth millions? Lyndon Arthur, for all intents and purposes, whether he had a job or not, he probably should have had. Does that make sense? There's no way he was caning, he was making bare bread. He probably was getting 5 to 10 tops, I'd assume. Which one of you man can tell me? Lyndon Arthur versus Emmanuel Fresal, 10 and 9. A year before he fought Anthony Yarde. Who's going to tell me that Lyndon was making bread that can sustain him on that? 5 to 10. I mean, would you pay Lyndon? Which one of you man will pay Lyndon Arthur 10 bags for that? For a 6-rounder? I'm not. Oops. Right. And these man, Eggy and Bricktop, they is, never mind the duck's arse, they is tight. Yeah? They put the duck in duck's arse, man. That's what they do. Come on, man. Luis Ortiz and Dave Allen. I think at that point, Dave Allen's fought Dillian White and it's heavyweight boxing, and Dave's got his little cult, disenfranchised coal miner cats up there and whatnot. Dave was on by that point, more or less. Oops. Yeah. So Lyndon had another job, for damn sure, and you lost to him. So let's not do this. Oh, you've accomplished so much. What's he done? 2 life and deaths with Lyndon and a good win with Lyndon. And Lyndon says that his head wasn't in the right place and he was caning the spice. Seriously, that's what Lyndon said. Lyndon said, "Oh, my head weren't right and I was caning the spice." And it's one of them for him. Whether that's true or not, they've all got excuses. Yarde would say, and of course it's traumatic. I think he lost a few family members during the C-19 situation, which I'm not going to argue how devastating that is or not. He came back and did it the right way, but I don't get how. Imagine you think you're a boxer and you've tried boxing and you've had bare life and deaths with bare bums in the shower. Yeah, you've had bare life and deaths with bare man who have work on Monday morning. Fact, there's not one man. Sorry. Check that Yarde's resume. Every single man on that, they probably work Sunday as well, to be honest. They probably really do. I bet you any money, half of the cats Anthony Yarde has beat were working Sunday. Seriously. I'll do a poll right now. I'll ring them right now. They'll tell me, yeah, I fought Yarde on Saturday night and I was back in Latvia for the Sunday 6-6. There was, for sure. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. That's what they were doing. On different shifts and that, rotating shifts. Seriously, man. What, you call me a liar? You tell me I'm lying. Oh, no, there's no way a man worked on Sunday. You joking? For sure, at least one of them did. Fact. Right? All the cats you beat ain't really boxing like that. It's a recreation for them. You're fully serious, though. Frank Warren, Adidas, they've been putting coin in your pocket to do it properly. Anyway, where I'm going with this is, you've been boxing. You've been stinking the place out, trying to box. The one good fight you have, you show ferocity and you're on someone and it's really good. And then you go back to the boxing thing. Do you see what I mean when I talk about the Floyd sexualization of the boxing masses, the boxer masses? I can't get that. I'd be thinking, whoa. Even if you didn't realise it initially, wow, man, that felt good laying it on someone and doing them harm. And that's the first time really I've seen Yarde with spiteful intentions. He wanted to prove a point, but you should always feel like that. Yeah? And Yarde talks the talk. Yeah, I got artillery and whatever else he's waffling on about. But he goes in there, he's got no intention. He's like, ooh. You see the shots he was throwing? It looked like a moody Tunde knockoff Mayweather pad session. It's like all touching and playful. And I mean, if you've got the IQ, I think there is value in playful. You don't want to always be grunting. It makes you predictable. Someone like Crawford does this well. Do you see how Crawford was doing? Even Boots Ennis. You see how Crawford and Boots Ennis and other top cats like that. You see it there? Crawford was in there when he had control of Carrot Top, Canelo. He was just touching, like taking the piss really. But it takes a level of poise, right? It takes a level of control. You can't start a fight. Crawford didn't start a fight just touching and playing. You have to season them up. Once you've broken your opponent or once you're in full control, then you can take the piss. Yarde wasn't doing it to take the piss. Yarde would do it because he don't want to commit. Because when you commit, it leaves you in risk. The more pity-patty you are, the less risk you're in, or the less immediate risk you're in. It doesn't mean they're not going to walk into you, like Benavidez did. But in that moment, you haven't planted your feet, and you can be ready to pull out at any moment. That's why people do that. Yeah? Well, that's what Yarde was doing. He wasn't doing it to touch and then take your head off and play with Benavidez. Not even a bit did he do that. He was having a life and death from the minute the bell went. Right? What was my point about that? Stop boxing, man. Not retire. Totally ferocious, Yarde. Yeah? You're not Muhammad, I am Floyd Mayweather, Bruce Lee. You can't box. See, honestly, I tell AJ the same thing. Forget about it, man. Forget about it. Wrap your hands on your head like Sam Noakes did and get stuck in. Yeah? Get them big, slow feet you've got. Them big, back and forward in straight line feet you got. Take them, pick them up. Get your foot off that boat and onto the beach in Normandy, man. That is the bottom line. And you probably still... Benavidez got too much gas. He'd probably still whoop your ass. At least you'd have been in the fight and made it a bit interesting. Right? Because you was puffed. That's what I don't get. People say, oh, but you get tired if you have a fight. I don't know. I mean, my experience, I get tired if I'm running. And it feels like the inevitability that they're going to catch you up. And then what are you going to do? Right? And I've seen it in people. My name isn't Muhammad Ali, right? But I've done some sparring. When you got your hands wrapped on your head here, you can see it in people. And some cats just want to run around. And it's sweet. You get boxed up for a few rounds. But eventually, when their gas starts running out, you can just see it. You see it changing them. I'd rather, especially when you're heavy-handed like AJ or Yarde, that's what you want to do, man. Canelo, the second part of his career, he made a career of doing it. And he's probably one of the worst things. He's super lazy. His gas isn't the best. His work rate isn't the best. Right? He's got a few little... That's what Yarde should have focused on. Wrap my hands on my head, and Canelo does a little thing to like pull back and whatnot. You can build that into it. You've got the blueprint. I think Yarde's feet are actually quicker. I think Yarde's hands are relatively quicker than Canelo's as well. The twitch, he has more twitch than Canelo. So there was an outline there. You could have brought your own little spin to it and made it work. This isn't rocket science. Yarde and Tunde, they think rocket science. What? Come on, how many fighters have made a go at a shoulder roll? Really? How many you got? And even then, the ones that did make it go, their high guard was down pat when they needed it. And they had the IQ to know when to need it. Yarde, he looks like he's on... When he fights, he reminds me of someone who is on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to make a TikTok all the time. That's how, when he fights, that Benavidez fight, I thought, oh, is he making a TikTok short here, or a YouTube short, or an Instagram reel? He's trying to get reelable things. He's not trying to do no harm. Do you know what I'm saying? He's too worried about, oh, are my dreads still in the same... Oh, my hair's been done. I told you my hair was done in the DAZN documentary. Yeah, my hair's did. Benavidez, you bought my nose, and I got to make some content for Adidas on Monday. That's the type of vibe he give me, man. Ouch, my nose. Listen, I've never been bopped in the nose like that. So what would I know? Nothing, man. But the old school, man, in general, like we've seen this, Kell Brook was doing the same thing, man. And I haven't been in there, so who am I? Yeah. Letting your opponent know. Yeah, I'm sure y'all was touching his nose. How's that going to help anything, man? If your nose is hurting, it's hurting. It's one of them ones. Letting your opponent know that your nose is bust is the worst thing you want to do if you have the intention of winning the fight. Now, if you want to signal to your trainer that you finished, like Kell Brook, Dom. Dom, my eye's finished. Dom wasn't it. Nothing to do with me. Dom Ingle wasn't impressed. Dom Ingle didn't want to pull him out. He didn't, but Kell made it. Kell was like, Dom, my eye. It did. This is what Dom said, I swear to God. Dom wasn't impressed with him blinking, man. It's hot in game up, innit? It's like I saw this video the other day of Big Meech's corny son. Big Meech's corny son gets pulled over by the feds, yeah? And he goes, have you seen the meme where people say, oh, they caught us? You know when your kids, I don't know, like, let's say you're hiding from the police. And then say you're hiding behind one car and your friend's hiding behind another car. And the police find your friend behind another car. And he gets up and says, oh, man, YB, they found us, bro. It's over. Come on, bro. You're like, wait a minute. No, they found you. They didn't find me. Yeah? That's what they did. What? How did I get onto that one about Big Meech's son for? Fuck, I've lost the thing now. Big Meech's son. What's that got to do with anything now? Why am I talking about Big Meech for? Why am I talking about what his son did? Oh, that was it. Hot in the game. That was it. Sorry. Big Meech's son gets pulled over by the police, and they've got some bits in the car, and the police are like, and Big Meech's son says to the police, "Oh, did you find his gun?" Essentially, and they're like, "What gun? We thought that was legal." He's like, "No, I don't know, but it's his gun." You know what I mean? It's hot. Like, what? Oh, did you find the other thing? That's what I swear to God. Big Meech's son is sitting in there saying, them drugs in there aren't mine. They're not mine. They're his. Type shit. It's like, the cop didn't even know what he was talking about. The cop didn't come to him and say, "Whose are these?" Big Meech's son was out there. "Nah, man, that's crazy. I can't believe what he was doing." Yeah, they're his. And that's what you do when you get popped in your nose. Yeah? Just imagine it. Imagine you're fighting someone. It's like poker. If you're fighting someone, think about how you'd feel. Imagine you're fighting someone, yeah, and your opponent's constantly touching their nose. You think, I'll tell you now. Yeah? You're licking your lips thinking, "Oh man, this guy's sweet. He hurt as hell." Or if a cat's in there, oh, damn, my eyes, bro. No, listen, no doubt your eye hurts. I'm not going to lie. I haven't ever had my eye bust, so I get it. I get it, man. I get it. But it's one of them, end of the day. It is one of them ones, man. And the nose thing, it's not as... no doubt it's painful. Although his nose looks alright. This is the interview from Boxing King Media. Shout out to him. This is the video here. But, I'm not going to lie, his nose ain't that bust up, is it? Do you know what I'm saying? So, in reality, his reaction looked like a corny light skin. The proverbial light skin reaction. Because his nose ain't even buckled like that. Look at Big Conk, Carl Frock. His nose was always twisted. Often got twisted up. This nose looked fine to me. It's a day later. So his nose wasn't even bust like that. It's not like he's got... I've seen cats in bare knuckle. It's horrible. I don't like bare knuckle. It's too much for me. I don't like the brute. It's not even brutal in a nice way. It's just nasty. I don't like the... I don't think you need to be cutting that. But anyway, you can see some of the bare knuckle ones and their nose is literally mush. Look at this dude here. He looked ready for an Adidas shoot, sorry. And that's not a flex, Mr. Anthony Yarde. He probably tell his friends, "Yeah, I'm ready for a photo shoot now. He didn't even do nothing to me." Well, he was touching your nose like you see a ghost, bro. Yeah? So his nose isn't actually bust. So why was you touching it? Okay, forget about Kelbrook. His eye socket was broken. Forget about him. I just had a laugh. That was funny. Because it wasn't me. Dom Ingle said he wasn't impressed. He wasn't. You could tell he wasn't impressed with what Kel was doing, man. He's moving mad. But anyway, Yarde, though, there's no damage. There's not a broken nose. All he did was get popped in his nose. And he came out after the fight saying, "Oh, yeah, I've never been popped in the nose before." That's because you don't spar, bro. Oops. That's why you ain't got no... How can you be doing it? He said, "Oh, I've been doing this 15 years. I've never been popped in the nose." Well, number one, I've never heard of Yarde sparring anyone. Not just in terms of me hearing he don't spar, but also I've heard if he does spar, he don't bring no names in. He ain't bringing no real work in like that. Apparently Tunde want to keep the coins in. One of them ones. Allegedly. Yeah, so how can... It's impossible, I'm sorry. Absolutely impossible not to have your nose bust. Yeah, if you've been boxing for 15 years. And even if you haven't had it done before, why are you playing, man? Why are you signalling? Why are you hotting the game up that you're finished? "Oh, my nose. Fucking hell, David. Oh, you've really hurt my nose, mate." That's what you might as well do. "Ow, David. Ow, my nose." Fucking hell, man. Sitting in there. I wouldn't mind so much. Lions in the camp. Lions in the camp, Anthony. It's when you've been popping... I mean, you weren't going to do nothing anyway, man. You was puffed. I've been saying this for a long time. You have to have cardio in this game. You have not. I don't mean I don't care if you do 20 moody pad sessions. Sorry, pad rounds. And the pad man, you notice that one there? I don't like pads like that. The pad man does most of the work. Have you noticed that? These cats like this. It's like, really? It's like, what's that doing? You're never going to do that. And Yarde does all these kind of structured combinations. I never got that at all. It's like set piece combinations on the pads. They throw like 30 punch combinations. Roll. It's never going to work like that, man. Unless you're fighting a heavy bag, right? Or a pad man. If Anthony Yarde was fighting a pad man, he'd look great. Yeah? But you're not. There's no point. There's no point at all. Whatsoever. Okay, maybe you get a little bit of conditioning. You might as well get conditioning whacking the pad. Yeah? Focusing on your work. Pop, pop, whap. Roll, roll. You see what I mean? Pop, pop, bosh. With bad intentions. Let them hold that. Let them work out what they're going to do in response. Don't worry about, no, well, if he goes here, I'm going to go there. Let your hands go and see what, you know what I mean? One of them ones. That's what it is. Yarde in there like, doing some moody pad session, man. Come on, bro. Yeah, your nose ain't bust up enough the way you was touching it, though. That's what I'm saying. You was come on, man. You was doing way too much with that nose. Yeah, your nose is fine, bro. It's not even broken. So what were you complaining about? About lines in the camp, bro. Come on, you went out super duper duper sad. Anyway, I was reading Ade's comment. Brother, you've achieved and then some in this sport. You should be super proud of what you've been able to do from your starting point. Again. No, you've only had 12. What is wrong with these men? I don't get this one here. Why would Ade be sliding in and blowing Yarde off? Obviously, YB, you don't know them. What would I do if I knew Yarde? Listen, I'll tell you right now. I never met Joe Joyce yet, but I was DMing him in his prime. And I told him straight, your defense is trash, bro. I said that. I didn't even play with him. Didn't even play. I didn't say, oh, you're great. I said it was trash and you're in trouble. Your defense. I told him, I swear to God, right now. And if you were around on my other channel 2 years ago, I showed the DMs. I made a little video for him. Not that I know what I'm doing, but I know that his defense is no good. How about that? My defense is better than his, man. Just wrap your hands on your head like that, man. It's not rocket science. It's really not. I mean, is that be all and end all? No, but it's better than this. It's better than that. The Boogaloo defense that AJ and Slow Joyce have. It just is. I'm sorry. I'd rather get knocked out like that, yeah, than like this. Bottom line. And if that meant, what do you know, YB? Well, ask Zang what I know, right? Because you can't. Come on, man. You finished. But anyway, I told Joyce straight up, it's no good. I said that. I'm not going to sit here and bootlick no one. Even if Joe was paying me, that's what the point I'm making. A good friend. I'm Joe's friend, but I'm saying. At that point, I had a vested interest for whatever reason in Joe. I wanted to see him do well. That's where it comes from me. When I say things about Yarde's moody shoulder roll, the fact Yarde's got no guy, it's not because I'm hating. I want to see him do better. Same with AJ. It's not about... I'm not getting off on dragging someone. It frustrates me when basic things ain't done well. Basic things, we know this. Look at Sam Noakes. He's in there with an athletic guy. His guard was the basis of what kept him in that fight. But if he was like this, if Sam Noakes was like that, his ass would have been grass. It was the fact he had a good base. It doesn't mean you win every fight, but it keeps you in the fight. It gives you something to work with, particularly when you've got heavy hands. Yeah, what did he have to work with? Oh, dong, head going back. And once your head goes back, because you're all leaky-deaky with a moody shoulder roll that you don't know what you're doing with, it puts you on the, oh my God, I didn't even see that coming. And it puts you in panic mode. Once your head goes back and you've lost a dread or two, yeah, once Benavidez has knocked half your dreads off your scalp with a jab, you think, oh, what's coming next? It puts you out of whatever you're doing, and you're thinking, oh damn, that was the jab. What's coming? You know what I'm saying? It makes you uncomfortable because it feels like you're being hit and you haven't seen what's coming. Well, if you had your hands here, you're still going to take the impact of the shot, but it ain't knocked your dreads off your head. That's what it hasn't done. But Yarde and these man here, the Glazing squad, you should be super proud of. Super proud of what, Ade? Seriously, bro. What do you need to be proud of? Not that he ain't... Okay, he's made money. Be proud that you made a lot of money for doing nothing. Put that to one side. I'm not interested in how big your house is or how big your car is. He claims to be a boxer, right? Yarde does. A warrior. That's what I'm into. I don't care about how proud I'm, how much coins he made. How many men have made coins before? There's nothing integral to that, in my opinion. You could have all the coins in the world, but you got no squabbles, man, in this game, right? I mean, the thing is, the coins will come anyway. They'll come anyway if you do your job half decent. Like, forget about the coins. Yeah, your boxing sucks, Yarde. You got no gas. You got no ferocity. And your skills are suspect, man. They're super duper suspect. You think you're something, you're not, honestly. You think you're something, you're not. I'm not even saying that to be... Like, I'm not putting him down. That's the truth. You're not like that, man. You've been doing the Moody, the Tunde Moody Mayweather. It's no good for you, man. Stick your hands on your head. which he did in the Lyndon fight. I shouldn't have to mansplain this to you. You should know that yourself. Hey man, I did well in that fight. Let me build on that. Hopping on someone's arse. Why do I even have to have this conversation? We should have seen Yarde. He was talking about power. We should have seen Yarde come to the centre of the ring. And Benavidez really weren't doing nothing in the centre of the ring. I'll be honest. I was quite shocked at how useless he was in the middle of the ring. Who knows what might happen then? You've done better than you did this time. You did nothing this time. Even I think you won round 1 and 2, yeah, but it was pity-patty rubbish. You were like, pot. You won them by default. It wasn't because you really won them. In my book, some people said you lost every round, but I thought you could have nicked. Sorry, you didn't win them. You nicked round 1 and 2 for me. Maybe that's because I wanted my bet to land on Yarde, but I thought you can't say Benavidez dominated them rounds. There was touch and go. I call them swing rounds then. I tended to lean towards Yarde, probably because I like the underdog. If an underdog has a swing round, I tend to give it to him. But whatever. Alright, so we've addressed Ade slurping. I'll now get to this thing right here for the masses. I want to play this because Anthony Yarde hired another trainer. I forgot the guy's name. Here we go.
Emotional time. I try not to think about it, but this is my first fight with James Cook since he's left us, and yeah, I missed him today, man. So even in the change room, I don't want to get emotional, but in the change room, something was happening, and I was like, see, if James was here, this would happen. Like, that's what James does.
Okay, so Yarde here is upset that James Cook wasn't there, and obviously, to be fair, I've never had no one. My nan died last year, but I was quite close with my nan, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, it's just life. I don't know what. Obviously, I've never had a parent pass away, which might be traumatic. I just need the bread, to tell the truth, man. There's nothing they can do for me in this life anyhow. I need the bread bad. So if you ain't got no bread... Nah, I'm only playing, but my point is... That's the realities of life, though, man. Yeah. What can you do? Come on, man. Let's go a spare. What you got for me, man? Nah, I'm playing. It would be hard not being able to pick the phone up. I think I'll probably say that because I can pick the phone up and call who I want to call. I know they're there. Even though you don't need them, you know they're there, right? So I understand that, but what about the flip side of James is gone? Let's do it for him. Buster Douglas versus Tyson, for example. Rather than, I've missed him and... do you know what I'm saying? Let's go get it for James, bro. It's time to eat, man. And I wouldn't have minded. I'm not saying he'd have won anyway. He wouldn't have done. He'd have run out of gas with Tunde's moody training. But imagine Yarde come out here and said, I'm doing this for James. You and me right here. You soft-handed, soft-bodied plumber from Guadalajara or wherever you from, the back arse or nowhere, man. You mean you can get it right now, man? And had a swing out and gone out. You went out on your back anyway, bro. You might as well have had to go out, letting your hands off and doing it for James. Don't get weighed in and look pathetic and then, oh, Miss James. What do you think he's saying up there, man? That was dead. That's what he'd be saying. What are you gonna do? He'd be saying that was dead, Anthony, man. You're making him look bad, to tell the truth. What, is that all I was worth to you? That little wimpy, but come on, bro. Yeah, go out. You got punched. You got weighed. This might sound does it sound cruel? You man, tell me. But I'm just saying. What about that way of things? It's too estrogenic. Oh, I really miss him. But I don't want to fight about it. Yeah, let Benavidez wear your pain. And that's what Yarde did in the Lyndon Arthur 2 fight, allegedly. He had a lot of things going on in the first fight. And then it looked to me like he wanted Lyndon Arthur to wear his pain. Great. So you know how that works. He's done it before. But just... I don't know, man. I don't know what... I think a lot of these, man, they're loud and they're having a laugh all the time. Mike Tyson would talk about... I mean, there's a time for laughing and joking, but there's also a time to say, listen, man, hey, bro, we're doing this for James. And they might have had them, I don't know. It's easy to say we're doing this for James, right? But still, I said, listen, bro, man, it's James Cook time tonight. Yeah, and I've got a shiver. I don't even know James Cook, but I got a shiver going down my spine. But you know what I mean? That's what we on, man. Yeah, that's what we on. We on James Cook time right now. Yeah, he getting it for Big James up in the big house. That's what we getting, man. He holding this for us, man. That's what he doing. He holding this for Big James. That's what he doing. Yeah. Again, it's easy for me to say, but you getting in there. It's like you getting in there and getting weighed in anyway. It's not like you're a commentator. Yeah, you got punched up anyway. That's the point I'm making. It's not like you didn't take the licks. Well, yeah, I shit myself, but I went 12 rounds and didn't get stopped. Okay, I kind of get that. You didn't want to get weighed in. You was getting weighed in, man. You was getting weighed in. And the inevitability of the weighing in that was coming was right in your... You knew what time it was from early on, man. It was a matter of time you was puffing by round 3. You was puffing off them moody Tunde... what are they called? Puffing off the moody Tunde pad sessions. They're no good. No conditioning. Alright, I've been gassing for way too long already, folks. Let me just get to... Some cats have pointed out, people have talked about his moody pads, Yarde. I've mentioned it as well. So we're going to do analyses, baby, please, on this topic. Wait there a minute. Let me just watch this one right quick.
Thank you to everybody who tuned in to support, especially those who flew out to Saudi to watch it live. I appreciate you all. Those that know me know that I'm pissed. But I'll be back better, stronger.
Oh, that was it. They were saying about, just quickly about James Cook as well. When Yarde was questioned about leaving, what's his name? Tunde, he said, but we brought in James Cook already and we might look to bring someone else in. I don't know, Yarde. Do you think he has daddy issues though? That's the question. I'm putting it out there. I think he might have daddy issues. Right? He tends to get emotional when he's about men, innit? Like James is gone. He ain't trying to fight about it though. You know what I mean? It's more like he's lost a father. Even then, no, I'm doing it for daddy, right? But whatever. It's more like that. It's like a bit... Get rid of Tunde, bro. He's weighing you down. He's weighing you down. You know, we're friends and we're this and we're that. I mean, Tunde's... I don't know him from Adam, but I'm not saying he's not a cool guy, but it's not working, man. He's not working. Tunde thinks too much of him. Stick your hands on your head, bro, and walk right into someone and let them hold that. Seriously. And add some sprinkles on top if you must, but stick your hands right on your head. Watch the Lyndon 2 Alpha fight. Watch the Lyndon 2 fight, man. Watch that back. It's not rocket science. Yeah, you might get slapped about still, but you get slapped about. At least you'll be entertaining. People will say, I want to watch it. That was half the reason people wanted to watch you in the first place. When they think about the Kovalev and Beterbiev, that is what... If you go in there and have a go and keep getting knocked out at the top level, okay, it was exciting. And we can talk about the points you almost did something. If you stop doing that, it's like... Well, anyway, I'm going in circles. Get rid of Tunde, man. Don't bring why do you have to bring someone else in for? You know what I mean? What, you hold in Tunde's pocket? Or, Tunde, can I bring someone in? Yeah, and if you're that worried about Tunde, you can still put him on. Right? Just pay him. If you're that bothered about Tunde, say, Tunde, I'm moving on, bro, but I'll keep paying you 5 or 10%. Right, as a friend. Yeah, I don't want to lose you as a friend. Even then, though, a true friend would say, and I rated this about Ben Davison, to be fair. Obviously, he's on anyway, but I do rate this from what I've heard about Ben Davison. AJ said he spoke to Ben Davison about going to U6 camp, and Ben Davison said, essentially, yeah, you should. Check it out. I rate that. I don't know Ben Davison, but I do that. I thought, fair play to Ben. That's what you should do. Yeah? If people are having ideas, it's a bit like your missus who says, I think I want to step out and try this other dude. Yeah, man, go do that, no problem. That's my mind. I'm not going to sit there, please, no. Oh, man, I'll do better and I'll do this. Go, yeah, man, that's you all day, for sure. I've got a few things anyway on the IG. And I'm only playing, man. I got two links on the IG anyway, man. It's a minor for the YB out here, man. I ain't gonna hold you about it, man. But you see what I'm trying to say, though? That's the bars you drop, man. That's how you should do. Yeah? If someone loves you, you have to let them go as such. Is that the saying? It's something like that. Yeah? If Tunde really cared about Yarde, he'd be saying, I want you to experience things, and if you think I was much better, you'll come back as such. Why is he clinging on for you for? He should almost, a bit like a football manager. They've done it before. When they have a season that stinks the place out, they actually resign. We've seen it loads of England managers. They actually say, okay, I'm not, whether they're forced out or not, it's irrelevant. But there's certainly been examples where managers have not been performing and they've said, yeah, listen, it's not working. Fair play, I'm out of here. Yeah? Some integrity. Where's the integrity from Tunde to let this? I mean, he's old. Yard's old anyway. I don't think there's much can help him now. But like, yes, son, we've had great years together, and maybe where's the internal? There's a lot of shouting about lines in the camp, but where's the internal dialogue? Maybe I have taken Anthony as far as I can, and anyone who's objective, who looks at the skills they're seeing, would say that. So I think you keep Tunde on, give him 5% if you're desperate to, and let him just be the what's it called? He can be the hype man. Gerald McLennan had this guy who used to wear war gear, just shouting about, and I think Mike even brought him in at one point. I've got his name now. But you can bring a hype man in. I think he's more suited to that professionally speak. I think Tunde would be a great professional hype man. But those are the extents of what he's doing, man. Where's his other fighters at? Let's call a spade here. I think, did he train Adam Azim or something at one point? But these men move on. Not that I'm knocking Tunde. I respect what he's done to some extent, but it's played out now, is what I'm saying. It's played out. That's what it is. It's played out. Yeah, it's played out now. Okay, no, I'll finish on this last one right here for the masses. My head's greasy, man. I've just seen that. That's crazy. You got the crazy grease on my head. My barnet's dented too. That's diabolical. I've been walking around with a dented barnet, man. That's wild. Look at this one here, look. Bloop. That's crazy. Anyway. Let's watch this Anthony Yarde pad session right quick for the masses. Or maybe I should save that for another day. This was supposed to be the topic, actually. Maybe I'll save this for the day. Maybe, yeah, I think I'll save this one. I'll cook you, man, on this one. Yeah, I'll cook you. It's been too long already. Yeah, for sure. Alright, I'm out of here, folks. Smash the like button, subscribe. Check out my Patreon. We got some exclusive content for the masses on here. Some more political slop. Let's see what bars we got on here. Let's see what bars. Really on social media. Okay, here we go. You don't mean... Oh, this is dead. Ain't gonna lie. Trust me, man, it's fire, man. It's one that I ain't got the clip lined up like that. Don't play with me, man. Yeah? Don't play with me. Alright, I'm out of here. If you're interested in watching, I'm telling you, man, the content's hot. It's exclusive and you ain't never seen it before. Just don't play. Yeah, click this button right here. I'm out of here. Johnny.